What's up guys, Nax Tech here, and I'm here today to show you the current custom ROM I'm running on my Nexus 10, and it is awesome. It's called AOKP ROM. All the links and stuff are in the description on how to install and where to get it from. So let me unlock and show you my Nexus 10 world. If I unlock this here, you'll see how different it probably looks to yours if you haven't got a custom ROM. You can see I've changed the tablet UI. I've actually gone back to the old school tablet UI, which I really love. Navigation buttons down here are a different color. My notification tray down here is just awesome. These toggles aren't actually shortcuts anymore, they're actually toggles. So instead of going to Wi-Fi, which it normally did, the settings menu, if I click this now, it'll just turn it off. That's how it should have been originally, but the ROM developers here have done it right, and it's the same with all of them. Bluetooth, auto rotate, everything works brilliantly. I've got to say, guys, before we go into the customization on this, that this ROM is epically fast. If I just show you some opening of the apps here, you can go into settings, this performance control, the Play Store, Tapatalk, Dolphin. You can just see how smooth and how quick and how fluid it is. They also give you, when you install this ROM, the AOSP browser, which is lightning speed, really quick. So here's my world, guys. Here's how it looks for me at the moment. I've got a page here with news. I've got my main page here with loads of widgets all over it. I've got nothing on this page, but I will do something with it eventually. And this ROM actually comes with Nova Launcher, which is very quick and gives you loads of different options. And I'm not going to go through what Nova Launcher can do for you, but basically you can change the amount of pages, you can change the amount of docs, you can change pretty much everything. You can see here my dock at the bottom, I got rid of the line, and I can also move the dock around so I can have more buttons and more stuff to how I want. If I go into the app drawer over here, you can see that I've actually made it transparent, and that's all to do with the Nova Launcher. It's really cool, guys, and it's really quick. You can just see how quick it is here. There's no lag whatsoever. Now, let me talk to you about the actual ROM. So if I go into the system settings here, you'll see this new area, quick links. You can see ROM control. If we click that, you can see about AOKP and all the developers here. You can see if we go to interface, all the stuff you can change. You can have a custom boot animation. You can change your carrier label. You can change your notification background. You can do so much cool, you can do so many cool things with this ROM. It's too much sometimes. You can enable a kill all button. I actually did that. If we go into the notifications, you can see notifications, the recent, you can see kill all. And if I press that, it will just literally kill everything. Now there's nothing in there. Let me go back into that. And ROM control, general. There's so much stuff you can do here. You can see here UI mode. This is where I changed it. Originally it comes on the phablet mode, where you can pull down from the right and the left. I now went to the tablet mode where it's all here and the navigation stuff is all here. I really like that, guys, I've got to say. There's loads of stuff you can do here. You can change stuff on the lock screen text color. You can show the lock screen battery percentage. You can use volume wake. You can allow lock screen rotation. You can also allow all widgets. Be careful with that though, because it can slow down your device. If we go to power menu, you can see all the different stuff you can change in the power menu. Now, this is the really interesting one, show navigation bar control. The reason this is interesting is because if I hold this down, there's the navigation bar control and a big off-on switch. If I turn it off, there goes my navigational bar. I now can't get out unless I use these options here. But look, I now have a full screen and no navigation bar. This will be absolutely great in stuff like movies. So if I quickly play a YouTube clip for you, doesn't really matter which one, just find one and full screen it. You can see here it's using the whole screen. I have no buttons, so no more annoying buttons there, which is really cool. Obviously you still need to get out of it and you'll need to use this button to do that. It also works in games. You can see here there's no more buttons in the games. You can of course turn it back on if you really miss it, and you can press a button and it will eventually reappear, and there you go. Let's go back into the settings and check out some more stuff. So yeah, navigation bar. This, you can change pretty much everything to do with the navigation bar. Menu location, menu visibility, how many buttons you've got down here. You can add more buttons and choose whatever you want. So if you've got specific apps you always use, you can have them down here, say the browser or something like that. You can change the bar color. I changed it to this nice blue here. You can change the navigation bar glow color, which is the glow. You see the glow when I press the button? You can change that as well. So you can see the customization is actually ridiculous. There's so much you can do. If I go back into that, see here's the different buttons you can choose. It's so cool. It's so good. I've got some of the stuff is off here. Nav button transparency. You can see if I pull this back and make it transparent, the nav buttons are now gone. You can't see them because they're now see-through. Eventually, the developer is going to make this bottom bar transparent, and that'll be so cool because when we go back to the home screen, the wallpaper will actually go all the way down here, and it'll take up some space here, and it'll be absolutely awesome because, you know, it'll just make it look a lot better than a black bar down here. So far, guys, I've been really impressed with this ROM, and I've got to recommend it because it's so cool and so quick. It also comes with performance control, which is its own little app that comes pre-installed. The kernel does allow for overclock. You can go all the way up to 2100. I'm not going to because it's quick enough. You can change the governor, the I/O scheduler. You can change your voltages if you're that way inclined. You can also free up some memory. If you click here, you can see how much the minimum is you want it to keep alive. I'm going to change mine to 100. If you know what you're doing with all this stuff, you can change it. It's also got its own CPU spy built in, which is really cool. So you can see what states the frequencies have been in most of the time. You can see mine's been in 200 a hell of a lot. But yeah, you can see here also down here, I've changed the battery mod to that circle mod. So my battery is now a circle. All this other stuff over here, guys, is widgets. Now, in terms of Nova Launcher, there's loads of stuff you can change, and it really will take another video to go through this. You can change the desktop grid, the width margin, the height margin, the search bars, the scroll effect, scrolling wallpapers, all this stuff you can change. The dock, I took away the line that you normally get here. I took it away, and I also changed the margins. So usually they won't let you place widgets this close to the edge. I've changed that, and now I can. So I actually get to use more space on the screen, which is really, really nice, and I really like that. So yeah, guys, this is kind of a quick run through of the AOKP ROM and my kind of setup. And I've got to say, I am loving this setup. This makes this tablet so much better now with a custom ROM one. There's so much more customizability, so much more control, and this is why I love Android, because there's just so many more options, and there's so many people that do this stuff that you get so many different sorts of screens that every tablet you look at looks completely different, whereas every iPad you look at pretty much looks identical. So yeah, guys, this is the AOKP ROM. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later.